All right, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakar Kodash. Double honors unto my apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and safety to all the sincere Akim that's out here pushing this word in truth and in all sincerity. Shalom. All right. I want to do this very quick response or a quick lesson. This is not necessarily a response. I considered, I guess that's the word I'm going to go into, even doing a lesson on this. I've watched plenty of response, and a lot of brothers and elders have hit a lot of great points on this, and who am I to follow up on certain work. So I was considering not even doing this, just in the spirit of it. But I thought of another aspect that I thought that I would say do with this lesson that maybe everybody else is through the spirit is definitely brought out. Matthew 5, agree with thy adversary, Romans 13, those scriptures, which all are great precepts that you should all consider. And we discussed even as a camp in our own group chats, but what I wanted to say was, through the spirit, as an Israelite, and not just an Israelite, but, a man that's striving to not just be an Israelite, but a man of the Lord, the men amongst, the leaders amongst the great men, if that makes sense. You have to be considerate. You got to consider all angles. And that's what wisdom is. Wisdom is you considering not just yourself in the matter, but the others in the matter as well. And let me go into the word consider on etamon, and it means to fix the mind upon for careful examination, meditate upon, view attentively, scrutinize, not to be negligent. So as a man that, as any of us, and this includes myself, starting with, first and foremost, when you're doing anything in life, you have to be considerate. You have to consider all angles, every time I've ever been in a situation with police, not even just at camp in garments with Bibles open, but just in my day-to-day life, like things happen. Sometimes you get a speeding ticket. Sometimes, an accident occur or whatever it may be. You get a ticket. You went through. You didn't stop at a stop sign. You didn't fully stop at a four-way stop. You know what I'm saying? Cop pull you over. Or you get a ticket. Cop pull you over. Whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? You got to be considerate. It's not just you in that situation. That cop is a person as well. And like I say, not just, of course, as Romans the 13th speaks about the fact of they're not terrors upon good works. That's a perfect precept. But, these cops are people too. And at the end of the day, it's a lot of things happening in the world. So you got to be considerate. Just as much as you want to make it back home to your family, that man wants to make it back home to his family. So you don't want to put yourself in situations that are unnecessary because you didn't consider it could go that way. It could always go left, Now I got a precept, that I was looking at. Now this is Haggai 1 and 5. All right. Now this is going into something else, but just the fact of the wording, I want to use this precept. It's Haggai 1 and 5. It says, now therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. So you always got to be in the spirit of considering your ways, and considering not only just and when you're considering your ways, let's get my next precept. Let's go to Ephesians Ephesians 5:15. And it says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. A wise man considers his ways. He considers not only does he consider his ways, he considers the ways of everybody around him. He's thinking, he's not negligent. He's carefully examining everything. You see, this is why in the scriptures it says a wise man has much sorrows, because it's tiresome. You know, it's not easy being wise, but it's the cost of being wise. You know, it's not easy. You know, it's not easy being in a situation where you got to consider not only your ways, but maybe if you got a woman, your woman ways, your children ways, your co-worker ways, your family ways, camp member ways, you know, whatever it may be. It can become a plateful. But hey, through the Spirit, the Lord said what? He doesn't give you anything that you can't handle. So if you got it, you can handle it. Okay? But it says you got to walk circumspectly. So when you're walking circumspectly, let's look up that word, circumspect. Let's see what it is. Bear me 1 second, spell it wrong. Circumspect is defined as cautiously wary, looking about on all sides. See? Going back to Haggai 1:6, consider thy ways. All right, you got to consider the ways and the options and things that can happen from everybody. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna finish this up. Now, so in this situation, that's just the point, really, through the Spirit. I'm not gonna make this too long, but just want to say, hey, you know, when you're in these situations, you got to consider all angles and everybody involved, and know that you can't control it, but you can. The scriptures give plenty of precepts about it. The tongue, you know, the tongue can put fires away, and the tongue can also create bigger fires. All right. So with that, I'm going to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh Shemi Awashai Ba'Ashem Kakwarash. Until next time, Shalom.